Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chess Spice. Today we are going to look at the next endgame study explained, that is our 7th example of endgame study. So in this lesson I try to take such examples from endgame studies which I feel will help us improve our endgame technique. So this is the position with white to play, and white has of course only one way of winning this position. White is currently a pawn down, and we see that black is about to play the move h5. Once black gets h5, gh, and then we see the black king is well in the square of the pawn, and the h pawn will advance, the king has to go over there, and the d6 pawn would be lost. So the first move is of course forced, and I think many must have spotted. We need to stop the moves h5 and f5. So white goes for the move g5. So this is one of the technique where we play the pawn on the 5th rank in such a way it is making both the pawns get paralyzed on f7 and h7. Now both are unable to move. If h pawn comes to h5, then gh n%, and the pawn promotes to queen. If black plays f5 immediately, trying to get two fast pawns after gf6, then we see that the speed of white's pawns are very fast. So after kc6 we will have f7, and we see that it's not possible for the king to come near and control the queening square effect, because king is out of this magic square of the pawn. So I have considered all these concepts, magic square, opposition, all that in my previous king and pawn endgames. You can check out my entire playlist on king and pawn endgames. So here after the move g5, black plays king c6, ke e5 forced, and black tries kd7. Again we see that f5 will not help. After gf6, king d7, f7, and the white pawn promotes. Now it looks like it's very difficult for white to make real progress, because after the move kf6 there will be a race of grabbing the pawns, but after king f6, kd6, king f7, ke5, kg7 comes kf5, and if we take h7 then g5 is lost and black will win the game. After the moves king f6, kd6, kf7, ke5, kg7, kf5, kh6, then black can just play king g4 and winning the g5 pawn. So white has to play the only move kd5, taking opposition and making black wait here. Again same problems, black cannot push any of his pawns. This time if f5, then gf6, ke8 stopping f7, but now comes ke6, and we again see that white is very fast in pushing his pawns, because white's pawns are already ahead, they are on the 6th rank already. So after king f8, the best move happens to be king f6. When we put the black king in a tight mating net, it cannot move. After kf6, h4, d7, h3, and d8, rook or queen both lead to checkmate. After kd5, black has only two decent tries. He can either play kd8 and wait after kc6 and try to take the opposition later, or he can take his king to e8. So let's look at both the moves one by one. After kd8, kc6, kc8, taking the opposition. Now white will take advantage of his pawn on the 5th rank and put black on the semi-stalemate situation. So after d7, kd8, white has the strong move kd6, where he finishes off the black king moves and forces black to push one of his pawns. So after the move f5 or h5, we take n%. So after h5 we add g into h6, and now after h5, f7, h4 and f8, queen or rook leads to checkmate. So the only other option left is ke8. ke8 and c8 are very similar. White goes kc6. Now if king moves to f8, then kc7 followed by d7, d8. Queen will come with a check. If any pawn move, again f5, then gf followed by d7 check. So kd8 forced, d7. Now if the king moves to e7, then kc7 followed by promoting the pawn. Black tries f5. Again we have a similar race. Black seems to have an extra move, but after h5, white can win by f7 also. f7, ke7, f8 check, king f8, then d8 queens, but white has a stronger move. kd6, first blocking the black king, and then after f7, h3, f8, queen or rook checkmates, and white wins the game. So here the main aim was to fix the black pawns with the move g5. So that was the key factor in this position. I hope you find these positions instructive and useful. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for your time.